Hello there. When buying your new home, it's the moment most people never forget. And yet the process of buying a new home may not always be sweet. Problems concerning construction sales disputes or deficient post-sales assistance, just to mention a few. It's important to realize that the Consumer Code for new homes is more than just a set of rules. It's a unique opportunity to establish a high level of service, working both as a quality seal and a source of trust while maximizing customer satisfaction. The code applies from the moment the property is listed to the reservation agreement and the contract exchange. It extends to when someone hands over the keys and the after-sales service you are expected to deliver upon agreement. The code focuses into four major steps: pre-purchase, contract exchange, handover and after-sales and complaints and disputes. Before a property is bought, it is usually advertised through different channels. In the past, some of the advertising has been misleading. So the code states that any marketing and advertising must be clear, truthful, and transparent. It must be done in plain English, and it must comply with the relevant consumer protection legislation. The code also states that high-pressure selling should be avoided, including implying that there are other interested parties or intimating that there may be an imminent price increase. Furthermore, it is key that all pre-contractual information must be accessible to the buyers so that they can make an informed purchasing decision. The buyer must also have access to clear information about how one can rightfully terminate the contract or what to do should the home not be ready for ownership on the projected date. The code also sets out best practices for the contracts of sale. The terms and conditions must be written in plain English, and they must clearly point out the steps and timing at which the ownership of the home will transfer from the builder to the buyer upon completion. As a rule, the existing contract must also be quite clear about the terms in which the deal can be terminated. For instance, if there is an alteration to the home which directly or materially affects its value, if there is a misrepresentation of features and amenities, or if there's a delay in finishing the construction, the developer is also required to inform on how any deposits or prepayments will be protected until the sale is completed. The money should be saved in a trust account, and the builder should be unable to move it until completion. The code also specifies minimum standards for the handover of new homes. For instance, the builder should inform the buyer on the expected quarter, month, and week of the completion. Additionally, the buyer must be provided with copies of all guarantees such as tanking, timber treatment, and ground remediation. Regarding after-sales, the builder must provide comprehensive contact details, emergency procedures, and the minimum level of services one should expect to receive in the 2 years following completion. Important to keep in mind at all times, the builder must show consideration when entering a customer's new home after buyer occupancy. If a builder needs to access a client's new home to carry out any necessary works, he should agree a mutually convenient time for such work. Ensure a responsible adult can be present. Provide identification prior to entering the home. Ensure work clothes are clean and presentable. Ensure that the home is left clean and tidy after the work has been carried out. In the event of an issue, the code establishes that the buyer must have a voice if that occurs. Firstly, the buyer must formally address the builder. Builders must have a system and procedure for handling and resolving complaints, service calls, and disputes. The builder must acknowledge the buyer's complaint within 14 days and respond within 30 days of the complaint being made. And if all that fails, the consumer can then pursue with the Build Warranty Dispute Resolution Scheme, DRS. Not all properties are covered by the Consumer Code for new homes. For example, properties acquired by social landlords for rent are outside of the code, as well as those acquired by corporate bodies or partnerships for investment purposes. Self-builds and contract builds are also excluded. In addition, the code does not cover claims covered by a structural warranty policy, claims related to the land conveyed or its title, claims that exceed the dispute resolution scheme, DRS limits, and where the structural warranty policy has been purchased by a consumer, properties built under an architect's certificate, properties acquired for short-term tenancy agreements, homes assigned or sold before legal completion by an investor, and personal injury claims. Remember, as a builder and member of the new Home Warranty Code, you are expected to deliver high levels of customer service at all time. You can also advise buyers to seek for independent advice via a set of different partners. Okay, let's wrap it up. So you already know that the Consumer Code for New Homes A ensures that buyers of new homes are treated fairly and timely by the developer. B. Make sure that the buyer is given clear and reliable information to make an informed decision before buying a new home. C. Establishes the need for extra support if the buyer is in a vulnerable position. And D. It tells you about the expected construction standards and service levels and how to use the dispute resolution scheme should the buyer be dissatisfied. That's it for today. I hope this has been useful. And remember, the key to customer satisfaction is always in your hands. Thank you for watching the Consumer Code video. Please find additional training material on our website or reach out to us via our Consumer Code helpline.